Hello, everyone. Good evening. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Hello, everyone. Good evening. You are welcome to today's live class. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome, welcome. I'm not seeing anybody. Anyways, and hello, everyone. Welcome to today's class with Miss Precious. Um, Graphic design using Adobe Photoshop. I am so happy to have you guys today. I am so happy. Like every day feels exciting to have you, and it's actually a time of refreshment, learning new things. That's for those that are new to the skill market, but or to the digital market. But for those that are not new, you are welcome once again to this um, class. Welcome, you guys. Just take a seat, take a positive mindset, and you're good to go. Yes. So welcome, welcome. I am so happy to have you. I am trying to post in the group chat that we are live so that people can join. So that's what I'm currently trying to do. If you're just joining us, you're welcome. You're welcome. Just indicate your presence by saying, I am here. If you're just joining us, please let us know you are here. Just type on the comment section, I am here. If you're just joining us, please type, I am here. Let's recognize you so that we can start early. This is just 9 minutes after 8. So I think it would be best if we start early. So let us know you're connected. Let us know you're connected if you're connected. If you're connected with us, please let us know you're here. Thank you, Mrs. Gloria Ifoma. I am happy to have you here, ma. You're welcome, ma. Please, if you are here, please type on the comment section, I am here. Please, please, let's do it fast so we can start early and finish early. You can see yesterday's class. We started and we finished early without wasting anybody's time. Yesterday's class was about 1 hour, 50 something minutes. Yes. And we were able to cover up all we had for yesterday. So please, let's join as fast as possible so we can kick off. If you're here with us, please type on the comment section, I am here. I'm trying to share the link on the WhatsApp group so as much people can join. Please join us as fast as possible. I think it's time we start. We have some people already connected. So I think we'll just start now. If you are connected, please type in the comment section, I am here. So the beautiful part and the most exciting part of everything right now is that Mrs. Precious is present with us. She's present with us right now, all the way from UK. She's connected right now. So she's ready to teach us. So I just want you to come with a positive mind, reshaping your thoughts and everything, and come with a mind to learn. Getting this particular skill, graphic design, using Adobe Photoshop, nobody will do this for you um in this type of class. Nobody will do that. Nobody will collect 35 to teach you that. But out of our desire to see you learn and other reasons too, we have decided to add it. So whether you have a PC or you don't have a PC, get the knowledge. If you can get this knowledge right now, you can actually see job offers on Upshop, on Upwork, stating that you should do a graphic design for them using Adobe Photoshop, because that is like the standard most people would go for. Canva is like you're just like they see it as child play. So when you're talking about advanced and best means of making good design, Adobe Photoshop is number one. So if you are in this class right now at this rate, trust me, you are getting this free of charge and you are very lucky. So I'll just go straight to inviting our facilitator, Mrs. Precious, as she joins us. Please let's welcome her. Thank you very much. So, Mrs. Precious, you're welcome. We're happy to have you here.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Hi, I hope we can hear me. I think I'm talking kind of low today. I'll just be more audible. Hi, everyone. And it's nice to be here again. Welcome to day 2 of our graphic design Photoshop class. And well, without much further ado, I'll just go straight into it because we have a lot to do today, and we'll see how we can get along. Okay, yesterday, I'll just do a quick recap of what we did yesterday. Can I have the slide, please? Can I have the slide? I'll just do just a quick recap of yesterday before we move on to what we have for today. Yes, so yesterday we spoke about introduction to graphic design. We were able to define graphic designing, and we also spoke about elements of design where we talked about hierarchy, contrast, repetition, alignments, balance, and all that. And we're going to be putting all this into practice today using Photoshop. Then we also spoke about branding. We mentioned some different brands that we know of, some popular brands, and we defined branding basically because what our focus is making flyers, making logos, making banners. But we're not going into logo, sorry, don't get me wrong. So basically, we're starting off with flyers and banners, okay, using Photoshop. So after branding, we also spoke about, then we went straight into Photoshop, defined Photoshop, and then we defined Photoshop. We talked about the home screen, the workspace, status bar, the menu bar, option bar. We talked about the tools, panel, canvas, creating, and we talked about creating a file. So today, we're going to start with um changing the background of a picture. So we can take this off now. I'm done with the slide because I'm going to so now I want to display my screen. I'll just put my screen up so you can see or present my entire screen. Share entire screen. Okay, share. So close. Okay, so we said this is the home screen. This is the Photoshop home screen. We already established that yesterday. And then we are now today we're going to be doing some main things. My main focus for today is number one, we're going to be changing the background of a picture. We're going to take a picture, remove the subject of the picture, put the person in another background, and blend it in and it will look as if, in fact, the person was never removed from a different background to just look so original, like the picture was just taken there. So that's what we're going to be doing today first. Then after that, we're going to learn how to remove a person from a photo, which is also like changing background, but we'll practice how to remove an object from a photo, not just a person, an object, it could be anything from a photo. Then I'm going to teach you how to install fonts. I'll tell you where to get fonts, and I'll show you how we install fonts into our laptop to use for designs. And then we'll use some of these really um, nice fonts to create to replicate a previously made flyer that I saw online. I felt it would be a good way to expose you to how really we do these things. Like, how do graphic designer do it? Do you just see that? Yes, you see that you get inspiration, maybe you get inspiration somewhere. I will always so share those materials and resources with you, definitely. But today I will be replicating a flyer for you to see. I will show you the flyer. You're like, wow, how is she going to do this? Okay, we'll see. And then we'll do it together. And you see that it's really not that difficult. You just have to apply yourself, okay? Then after that, I'll teach you how to save that document, first of all, as a Photoshop document, and also how to save it out as a picture, which they call JPEG, JPEG. Then any other information will come as we go along, okay? So now, just a quick recap. This is our home screen, just like I said yesterday. So I said when you're creating a new document, obviously you go to new file, yeah? When you click on that, you go to, Photoshop have some presets for us here, as I explained yesterday. We have size of A4 paper here, size of A5 here, size of A3 here, but any other dimensions you cannot find here and you want to use, you can just do it yourself. For example, now, recent. So recently, I opened this particular size, this 1080 by 1080 pixels. All I did was just write 1080 here and 1008. So this is like a square flyer, and it is majorly used for social media designs, social media publicity. Okay, so this is what we usually refer to, just a square flyer. This is what people usually design to post. So it's in pixels, not in inches, not in cm, not in mm, just in pixels. So the orientation does not matter because it's square. We can do this to, we can change the name of this document to multi-skill class 1.0. Okay, then your resolution, I always put my resolution up to 300 so it can be very, very sharp. So for our color mode, I told you yesterday that if you're designing a flyer, not for print, if you're designing a flyer just for social media publicity, for screens, mobile screen, laptop, anything, you can use the RGB color. Okay, leave this at 8 bits. Then the background content, usually we just leave it as white to start with. Okay, so we create this document and it's open. So I'm going to hide this very quickly. So this is our document for today, and this is what we'll be using. So yesterday, very quickly, I'll just say this is our menu bar. The topmost one here with these ones is our menu bar, okay? Then when you click, this is our toolbar. I mentioned this yesterday. These are all the tools we'll be using, right? And as you click on any of these tools, if you notice that this place is changing. This is our, what do you call it? This is our, just a minute, just to be sure, that's our status bar. Sorry, that's the option bar. So this place that is always changing, if you see this place, if you notice if you just keep your eyes on this column, is it column now or row? Keep your eyes here. You see that it's always changing. As I select any tool, it is changing. The options for each individual tools are different. And it's what you use to adjust the size of the tool, the color of the tool, anything at all, or just play around the tool, okay? Like for example, now I'm sure we are all familiar to Microsoft Word. Okay, using your just bring back your idea from Microsoft Word, okay? When you select text, right? Maybe you want to type something now on this page. Now in this place you can see T, whatever that means, I don't know. But here, if you come to this drop down menu, you can see all the fonts available to you, all the presets, the ones that came with your device, everything will just come up here, right? And you can choose from thousands and thousands of fonts, right? So we have, oh, sorry, escape, please, Control Z. Okay, then we now have each font has some fonts have variations. You find them here. Then this is all about the size of the font. If you want to increase the size of the font or bring it down, this is where you adjust the size of the font. Then this is where you change what else again? What's this sharp? Maybe change the way the appearance of the font. Then with this you can change the alignment of the font if you want it aligned to the left or aligned to the right or aligned centrally. You can also do this here. This is just basically the color of the font. Okay, what is even this one? So yeah, you can explore that on whenever you're free or whenever you want to. So basically, what I'm saying is this is your options bar. So for any tool you select from this place, you will get multiple options here. Depending on the tool you selected, you get options here to modify the tool to use, basically. That's what I'm saying. Then here is your layers panel. Anything you are doing here will be appearing in your layers panel one after the other according to as you're doing it. As you keep putting, adding, you see the layers are increasing by increasing. So we're just going to do everything today and you're going to see how it's all done. Okay, so this is my canvas. Okay, and my colors, this is my color. You can find your color palette here. Okay, this is your color panel. And then what else again? Canvas 2 panel, yeah, those are the most important parts now. Okay, so as I said yesterday, the most important tool we'll be using every single time is our move tool, which is shortcut V. Once you type V on your keyboard, this is the move tool. You use to move anything around at all, anything at all you want to move around, okay? And there's something I want to say today. One of the elements of our design is alignment. And to ensure that your everything you're doing is aligned, you need ruler, right? Do you know Photoshop has ruler just for you, made for you, okay? So if you come to edit image, if you come to view, I think, yes, you find ruler. Just scroll down, look for ruler. See ruler. And you see the rulers will appear just by the top and just at the side. Okay, then you can, if you click on it and drag, you can drag it on top and put it on top of your canvas. It just serves as a guide to make sure you're just doing things well, and helps your measurement too. Okay, I'm not particularly thinking about what I'm doing right now. I'm just dragging. Okay, anyways, I don't need this yet, so I'll put it aside. All right, I don't need ruler yet. So what I'm going to be designing first for you, oh, no. Okay, first of all, I said the first thing I'm going to do is to change the background of a picture. So we're going to take changing the background of a picture. We'll use this as a case study, right? This is my gallery, basically, right? So I'm just going to I'm just dragging and dropping in my Photoshop. Okay. If you drag a picture, there are two ways you can import a picture into Photoshop. You can use a new picture to create a document, a very different document. What do I mean? Imagine I dragged this picture just now, and brought it into Photoshop, but instead of putting it on my canvas of the file I have already created, imagine I now drag it and put it in this space here. It is going to open as a file of its own. So this is a new file now. That's a very quick way of creating a file, just an image, okay? Just an image. If you look here on the layers panel, you just have only the picture there on the as the background. Okay, so when you want to, if you want to work on this picture now, you have to unlock the background and just start working on it. Okay, I think I'll just use this one instead. It makes more sense. So here in this tab, this little tab you're seeing here, you see this has multi-skill class. If you click on that one, it takes us back to the original document that we opened. Okay, then this one is a new document that we open by just dragging a picture and dropping it here. So this place is where all the open documents, all the open file that you have been creating or something will show up here. And if you cancel it from here, you have to save it. It will ask you if you need to save before you exit. Okay, we'll get to that very soon. So now the first thing I said we want to do is change the background of a picture. So in this picture now, oh god, I've been talking now, so I need to come back to be sure you're following me. Are we following, please? I need to know, please. Are we following me? Are we following? If you're here, please, can you comment? Can you drop a comment, please? I would like to know if you're following. Can we all hear me and see my screen? Is there any problem at all? No, okay. I'll just continue. Because there's no we don't really have much time. Okay, so now this is the picture. I said we're going to be changing the background of this picture. Okay, so it has been made really easy for us. So what you can do is just you could just come to select. Oh, sorry, this is a background. If you click on it, if you try to do anything here, it won't work because it will tell you that the currently selected layer is a background layer and you cannot move on. Basically, first of all, you need to unlock this background. Now that I've unlocked it, I can move it around. But the other background, there's nothing, you know that there's nothing in the background because it is plain, it is transparent. So this is the only picture in this file right now. This is the only thing in this file now, okay? So what we can do now to this is select subject, and just wait. And Photoshop will automatically look for the subject of the image. And when it finds it, it will highlight, it will just select it automatically like that. So that is a very quick way of selecting a subject from an image. But we also discussed some selection tools we have. You could use that if you wanted to, but I think this is faster. But if Photoshop cannot automatically detect the image because of maybe the complexity of the background, then maybe you have to do it yourself by selecting manually with the quick selection tool or whatever other selection tool you want to use. We have loads on there. Okay, so now that we've selected our person, there are a lot of ways to do this right now. Okay, so I could just, there's something called mask. You can decide to mask out every other part. You can decide to mask out any part that is not selected in this image. How do you mask? Very easy. You make sure that the layer is selected. Oh, you make sure the layer is selected here. Then just click on this tiny little icon here. You click on that, it will mask every other thing out. It's as easy as that. Okay, then you will notice that you will see a little thumbnail. You can let me increase the size of this, make it bigger. You will see that this is the initial picture, right? It is now linked to a mask. And the black part is the part area you can no longer see, while the white part is the area that will appear on your screen. So if I can easily disable this, ask me how. If I right click on that, I can choose to delete layer mask and it's gone. Okay, it's as easy as that. So Ctrl Z, bring it back. Okay, so this is our subject of our image. Okay, so now I'm going to import a new background for this picture. We'll use this one. Okay, I'm just going to click and drag it into my Photoshop and just drop it on the page. Well, from the looks of things, the resolution of this picture automatically is smaller. This tells you, when I dragged it and dropped it, are you seeing that the image is small compared to the original size of the frame? It is because this image has a lower lower dimension. It is of a smaller dimension than the original, than the other one that we first brought in. Okay. So if you expand, how do you expand? You can expand through any of the edges. Okay. You can, but yes, that's how you expand. Okay. Just drag from any of the corners and it will expand. All right. There we go. So we have brought it now to, so now, are you seeing that because I just brought in this image, it is now covering our main subject of the other photo? That's because this new layer is on top of the old layer. And in that case, it will cover the subject. So what we do, there's a shortcut for this. If I click on Control and square bracket down, square bracket, it will automatically take it down. Or you can just use your mouse to drag it up. Either you use your mouse to drag it, arrange it by yourself, or you press Control square bracket and it will bring it. You can bring it, you can take it down or bring it up. Okay. So now, if you look at this, it looks like our job is done. But to me, our job is not even close to done because it doesn't look natural. What I will do to make this more relaxed and more natural, as if that was where she was when the picture was taken originally, I could choose to, for one, reduce the size of this girl just a little bit. And when I do that, we can also, this background, this background, I can reduce, I can make it blur, put a little blurry effect on it to make, to just make it, so when we come to filter, if you come to filter here in the menu bar, you can come to blur. You see lots of different kinds of blur, but usually we use Gaussian blur for this kind of thing. So when you're using Gaussian blur, you adjust to the, you adjust the intensity of the blur to what you really want, but we don't want it to be very, very blur. But let's try this 1.8 pixels and see. Well, it's not really done anything much, has it? So we just do it again. Filter, Gaussian blur. Let's see how this looks. Not much again. So I think that's okay. So the main thing I really want you to do is come here. If you come to this place, there are different ways you can blend this picture into the background. If you come to this place that you see normal, you can always change normal, dissolve. You can always blend pictures into it, into backgrounds to make it look more natural. Okay, sometimes it doesn't always work for every background. Sometimes it doesn't really make any sense, so it's okay to try. So there's nothing, there's really nothing to try there, so that's okay. Another thing I can do to make it look more natural, if you look at it, well, it's actually good. It's really good, I would say. We can just move the girl to another corner. If the girl was standing there now, will you know that there's this, it's a foreign picture or another subject on a different background? Okay. Another way you can blend the girl, if you're not really satisfied with this, another way you can do that, if you right click on that, you can look, you can come to blending options. Okay. When you open blending options, you have options to add stroke. Obviously, you are not adding stroke to this picture, but you can drop shadow. If you drop shadow, usually when you drop shadow on an image like this, it has a way of, you can, if you click on drop shadow, you see the major options, the main options will come out. Okay, then you can increase the distance of the shadow. Okay, or you can increase the spread of the shadow. I don't know if you are seeing the differences, but if you particularize this with your system, you understand what I'm talking about. Okay, you can also, do that. Okay, and then you can also increase the opacity of the shadow that you want to create. I don't know if you are seeing the difference. Okay, then you can also change the angle, the direction that the shadow will be facing So drop shadow makes your designs realistic. It gives it that extra touch, okay? So don't just drag a picture from infinity, come and drop it on one background and just leave it like that. It will look so fake. It will look like you just copied and pasted it on the background, okay? But when you use explore these blending options, it will make the picture look, it will make the picture like come together. It will make the subject to relax on the background, okay? So please try that. Always try to blend your pictures into your background, okay? So it doesn't look like, oh, Photoshop again. They will not let me be in peace. They keep warning me and warning me and warning me. I will shop. I will shop, but I will not shop. Anyways, back to what we're doing. So if you look at this now, you can see that it's quite blended into the background. Okay, we can reduce the size, make the guest, no, obviously not too small. Okay, all right. You can just play with things. All right, we're just trying different things. And also, while we're here, I'm just quickly going to mention that you can transform an image. What does it mean to transform an image? If you select this particular girl now, eh, and you click, you can press Ctrl T, and when you click, no, Ctrl T for what? If you press Ctrl T and right click on, you like, you make sure that your cursor now, move to is selected, always selected. When you make sure your cursor is on this, one of these anchor points, and it is showing a double pointed arrow. If you right click, if you right click, that's why I said you press Ctrl T first. When you press Ctrl T, or basically what you have to do is just click on it, actually, basically. Then when you left click, when you right click, then you can flip this image. If you flip horizontally, she's facing the other direction. Okay. If you, let's go back again and try again. Maybe flip back. It will flip back. Okay. You can also explore these things. Okay. You can also, to rotate, escape. Okay. Escape. If you want to rotate this image, if you come, if like when you, I'm not pressing anything now, I'm just hovering. When I'm just moving my mouse around, you see that the arrow has changed to this curved double-sided arrow, right? When it shows like that, it means it will allow you to rotate the image any which way. But if you want to rotate the image in certain degrees, and you hold down shift, and it will rotate the image one by 15 degrees, 15 degrees, 15 degrees, 15 degrees. Okay, it will give you precise rotations. When you hold down shift, it will give you precise rotations of an image. Okay, but if you just freely rotate, it will just trust you to do your own rotation. If you are perfect enough to do your own rotation, whatever, to whatever you want to do, you can do it. Okay, then you press that good sign, and it will save your edit. Okay, then also another thing I want to tell you, sometimes we see some flyer designs, but the human being that is standing in the flyer, they will do something like this, and they are like, POS services available here. It is very common with POS banner. It is very, very common with POS. Please, I want to beg you, in as much as you are designing, do not distort an image like this. If I, it is unprofessional, it is not done anywhere. Do not distort an image. When you press, when you hold, I think in Corel Draw, if you do not hold down shift when you're trying to transform an image like this, it will do that to your image. I think in Corel Draw or the other one, yes. In some apps, in some softwares, you have to hold down shift to be able to expand or reduce the size of an image. But in Photoshop, you do not necessarily, Control Z, please. Control Z. Yes, our girl is back. In Photoshop, you do not necessarily need to hold down shift if you just want to resize the photo. What do I mean by resizing a photo? Resizing a photo is just coming to this place. When you see the double-sided arrow, you can drag, make it bigger or make it smaller. Make it bigger or make it smaller. Make it bigger or make it smaller, right? But when you hold shift and drag it, it will expand it will distort the image, and that's not what we want, unless you're actually trying to do something with that. If you really want to, yes, that's what. But usually you don't distort an image for a flyer, okay, unless there's an information you're trying to pass across, or that's your aim, okay, just to be sure, okay. So please Control Z. Okay, we're not distorting this image in this occasion, on this occasion. So I have showed you how to change the background of a picture, and now we are going to move on to the next thing on my list, which is removing an object from a photo. So we'll go back to the original, what's it called now? Original documents we created, okay? If you go to, let's use, sorry, I thought I downloaded something, an example to use for this, but okay, let's go to, and let's browse fruits on a table, okay? Let's go to images. And if you really want to get high quality images from Google, come to tools. After you click on images, come to tools, come to size, and look for the large size. When you click on the large size, to give you high quality, high definition pictures with good resolution. Okay. So when you come here, I'm just looking for a good example I can use to show you how you can remove an object from a photo. But these are looking quite complicated. Google is not helping me right now. Let's go to FreePic. FreePic is another material where another website where you can get um, high quality pictures and materials. Don't worry, I'll tell you about the fruits. And we'll explore more of it very soon. I'm looking for a very good example we can use. Sorry. Let's see. Oh, I'll just use this one. Download. Well, this is really annoying. But I've signed in before, but it's asking me to sign in again. I'm just going to copy image. This is a new way of taking pictures from the web. Control V, it will paste. So when you Control C and you Control V, it will paste. Okay. When you copy a picture, you can easily just paste it. Okay. So we have this picture now. All right. And now I want to show you how to remove an object from a photo. And I'm going to remove this plate of beans. Okay, let's say I want to remove this plate of beans from this picture. All right, what do you do first of all? Make sure that this layer is rasterized. What does it mean by rasterized? Some pictures you find on the web or find anywhere, or snap with your phone, when you export it into Photoshop, they come in as vector images, and Photoshop does not, you cannot work on or edit a picture that is vector images. I told you Photoshop is a pixel app. It is a pixel software. It works on raster images only. So anything you're doing, any image you import into Photoshop, you need to rasterize it. Means you need to change it from vector graphics to pixels. Okay? Then, only then will you be able to edit or work on a picture or do whatever you want to do, play with it, manipulate it, whatever. Okay? So if you click on the layer and you right click, you will see rasterize layer. Okay, this option is not available to select because this picture is already in its pixel form, not vector form, so you are good to go. What I would do is I could use my, one of the object selection tool, for example. Are you seeing my options bar has changed? So these are ways you can modify modify your object selection. You can always play with these things, okay? You're not going to spoil it. Are you seeing what it's already doing for me? Because this is a quite a very simple version of Photoshop. But your 2021 version will not do this for you. I'm sorry. So what you can do is, you know, yeah, it's already done it for me. Okay. So I'll come back, select my move tool. Okay. And yeah. Okay. With this now, I can delete that. It's gone. And what I can do to this place, wow, Control Z again. What I can do to this place is content fill aware, but mind you, when you are doing something like this, it has selected the object quite alright, but there are little shadow. Did you notice that when I deleted that thing just now, when I deleted this cutout or took it away, there are little color from the bow that has followed into this background. To prevent this kind of thing, when you cut out an image, what do? This is quite advanced, but it will really help you. It's not really advanced. All you need to know, you just know that it's there. At least I'm telling you these things so that you know it's possible. You know what is possible, and you know the materials, you know the tools that are available to you. Before you know it, you begin to use this for your design. You find out your job is really made easy. Okay. You can come to, how do I do it usually? Um, puppet raw. I'll find it. It's here. So that's the thing. I've been using Photoshop for quite a while, and I still have to think about where to find some things because there are lots of things in Photoshop to learn. Sometimes you just try to remember where things are. Mode, image size, trim. No, that's not what I'm looking for. What I am looking for is it is a way that I used to select. Yes. When you come to select, okay, you scroll down, you see modify. When you modify, you expand. You can expand that border now. Let's just write 5 there. Are you seeing it has increased the scope of the selection? Okay. So that even if I should now content aware fill that place. Okay. Are you seeing what it's doing? Let us subtract this. This is quite tricky, okay, but it's possible. Okay, so I can decide to apply, all right, and press OK. And when you control D to deselect, okay, so that's where the pot of something used to be, but it is not perfect yet. You can still see a little bit of shadow. Okay, this part now, what can I do to it? Lots of things you can do to it. You can decide to even use your clone stamp tool that I told you about yesterday. I can choose to use my clone stamp. If I press Alt, if I hold down Alt, I can select a part from the picture, and then see, this is the problem with this brush now, because it's just too big. It's going to it has also picked up some areas that I didn't want it to pick up. Okay, so what I will do is reduce the size of that brush. If you reduce the size of the brush, this is manageable. If I hold down Alt, I can select an area that I desire. Alt, select. Okay. Then if you drag it little by little, it is correcting little by Control Z. The tool is quite tricky, but you will get a hang of it with time. Okay. Little by little, you can correct this. Okay. You will keep capturing different parts. You will have to keep continue dragging. You click. If you pick a different part, you drag. Alt again, pick a different part, drag. Okay. So if you continue like this, you can actually, you know, when you continue, you can actually fade everything out, make it to it to be as plain as if there was nothing there. Okay, this is another way to do it. But there are different ways you can also make sure that it's not showing nothing there. There's not a clue. Nobody can know that there was even anything there in the first place. Okay. So basically, that's how to remove an object from a photo. All right. So next, we're going to go online now, and I'll show you where I usually get my fonts from, because trust me when I say that the fonts that come with your Photoshop, I'm sorry, but most of them are trash. You don't use these fonts for nothing because they are not beautiful fonts to me, and it won't give you really nice designs. There's really nothing much you can do with all this. Okay, so what I do, escape. Okay, what I do, I come to my Google. Okay, and if we open a new tab, you can check. You can there are different places you can get fonts from, but I love the font.com, the font free, because you can always get free fonts from here, and they have most of all the fonts you ever need. So I'm just going to browse a very nice signature font, a very nice stylish font that we can use. Accept, or let's just accept, whatever. I think this looks really nice. Or I think, oh, these are really nice ones. So if you just scroll down, you see they have really great fonts. Okay. I enjoy going to this website. You just see really nice fonts that will make your design so beautiful. Okay. And then when you find the one you like, I think I like the one on the first page. Where is it? No, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Let's go back in. Yes. Oh, that's the thing. Now I've lost that font. It's gone. It's gone. I can't find it anymore. Okay, I'll just go with something else. Okay. Um. Oh my god. Oh my god. Let's go for something very stylish, groovy. But if you know the fonts you're looking for, I like this one. No, it will just cause some confusion. I think we'll just go with this Paradise Garden, whatever this is. Okay, let's download. And mind you, you can search for fonts. Anyone you're looking for, like I already have Montserrat. You can just search, for example, Montserrat, the first font I ever downloaded. Like it's such a beautiful font with lots of variation. Okay, Montserrat. Spelling is not correct or something. But usually when you search for a font, is to bring it out. Or let's check for Poppins. Poppins is another beautiful font to search. Yeah. No, this is not Poppins. Anyways, you can search for fonts and download it. I'm just going to get a random font and download, and we'll try, and I'll show you how to install a font. That's just my goal. That's my goal here. This looks fun. So let's download Mainstay, this one. When you click on download, it's coming. Font files are usually very small files, so it doesn't take 2 seconds to download if you have good network. I don't know, this is taking quite a while. Why? Let's reload. Okay. I don't know, the font is acting up. So we'll just use another. We can check Google Fonts. Google Fonts. Okay. Yeah, that's my Poppins. If you enter Poppins, yeah, this should be a good example. Okay, Poppins is a very lovely font, and that's a preview of the font. So to download it, It has different variations. So we have a thin one, we have extra light, light, we have regular, then we have bold ones, really bold ones, extra bold and everything. So if you want to get the font, get font. So download all. You just try and download it. So it comes usually when you download the font, it comes as a zipped file. What you do is when you right click on that, you extract you extract it. Okay, you extract it first. When you extract it, you see everything will now come up like this, and these are all the variations of that same font, but this is not one of it. Okay, so what you want to do is select. If you hold control, you can select them one after the other. Okay, just select all the font out of it in the folder, and I'll show you how to install all of this now. So when you after you selected all the fonts from the folder that you just extracted, if you right click on it, you will see options to install. Okay, but that's not really what I'm looking for. If you go to show more options, for example, now install for all users. When you install for all users, the font will show up not only for your Photoshop, for your Illustrator, Adobe Premiere Pro, even Microsoft Word, PowerPoint. You can use it for any app on your phone, on on your system. Okay, so usually you install fonts. That's just how you it's as easy as that. Just install fonts. Okay, and now I can go to my Photoshop. If I come to my text tool, if I open up my text tool, I will find poppins here now. If I search for poppins, you find all the variations of poppins here. Okay. For example, if I choose poppins, then the variation is the light one. If I come to this drop down menu, you see these are all the fonts that I've selected just now. Okay. And everything has been installed and it's all coming up here now. Okay. And here is where you adjust the size, if you want it bigger or smaller, or if you want to change the color, change the alignment. So that's how to install fonts. We're making progress now. So now for the main thing of this class, I'm going to delete all this because I want to use this page now to show you how we are going to I'm going to show you how we are going to design a flyer. We're going to replicate a flyer from scratch. Okay? And we can call it a day. So the flyer we're going to be replicating today is this one. I chose this one because it is simple and I feel it will be with this flyer. If I can replicate this flyer for you, it can touch different areas that I've already taught. Okay, so what I would do to make it easy for me, I'll first of all just bring in this flyer from. Oh my god, I downloaded this. Where are the things I've downloaded? Seriously, this is not nice. Let's check my gallery. It's not there. Yes, this is it. I'm going to just drag it into my Photoshop. No time to waste. Okay, so that's our picture. This is what I'm replicating. Okay, let me reduce the size. So when I have something like this, what I will do first of all, what is the first thing to do? We already have our white background. Okay, so I think that can be for the surrounding and for this place. So we can start with this part. Anyways, I'm going to put up another background and it's going to be white color. Come to the fill, change it to white. Okay, and I'm going to draw it over this as my background, my main background now. Okay, if you look at, oh, I thought I hid this thing. Anyways, my layers are still here, but now it's not so obvious again. Oh, I don't like this. I don't really like this. Anyways, I'm bringing this back to the top so that we can see what we're doing. Okay. So with if my shape tool is selected, as you can see with the plus sign on the screen, I can move this around. So come to move to, or you press V. You see me pressing V most times, so don't be surprised how I'm changing to the move to so fast. So if I move this to one corner, for example, now just move to one corner. I want to achieve this background that is here. So how do we do it? More rectangle tool. To me, oh, that's the thing. You can achieve this in different ways. Okay? But all we are doing today is just replicating this thing. Let me just resize it again to the normal size of this frame. I hope I can just finish this thing sharp sharp. I really don't want to take up much of your time. So rectangle tool, okay. If I come to this corner and drag down to this base, I know I've gotten the size I want. But I don't want this color to be white. That color was red, right? If I click on V, if I shift it down a little bit, and if you see this, do you see this little box, this little square? If you double click on in that place, it will bring up the color. You will be able to easily just change the color of that rectangle that is selected. Okay. If the moment you leave this area and step into the canvas, you see that it has changed to the eyedropper tool, and that's selected. Although I did not select this tool, but it will automatically select this tool for you, and you can use to pick that color. Okay. And it will automatically apply to that rectangle because you clicked on that little small box, this one. Okay. So if you press OK, that one is there. I can just place it there, just the way it is on the picture. Okay. And what I will do is just bring this and put it behind the image. All right. Because we are trying to replicate flyer now. So also what I would do, this place, I also draw another rectangle. But from what I can see in this image, sorry, excuse me, this color and this color looks the same, right? So what I'll do, no need to draw another rectangle. If I select that particular rectangle, okay, and bring it, if I bring it, let's put it on top. If you click on, change it back to the move tool, okay? If you hold down Alt, did you see that my cursor changed? If I press Alt, the moment I press Alt, are you seeing that the arrow is now double? There's one black and there's another white on top. That means it's ready to duplicate this thing and just adjust this particular shape. So while I'm holding down my Alt, I can just drag that thing there. And if you really want it to be straight as you're dragging it, you can hold Shift, and it will not even if like you are dragging the mouse up and down, it will not. It will be on that same line that you want it to be. Okay. Shift. Okay. Then to drag it to the size of this place, which is the normal the original size, what will I do? If you hold Shift, I told you if you want to distort an image, it applies. If you hold Shift and drag it, it will only drag length. It will only drag towards the direction. It will not just increase the size. It will not resize. It will um adjust, distort the image. Okay. So in this case, now I wanted to make the rectangle wider, not just making the whole rectangle bigger. If you just drag it like this, everything will just be big. Okay. But when you hold down Shift, it will only distort. It will change the shape. Okay. All right, that's all done now, I guess. But I noticed something. Yes. This this my rectangle, there's a little black outline that I don't want. So if you select your shape again and come to the options bar, you will see that stroke is selected. You can, if you click on that black outline, you can cancel it and the stroke will disappear. So this means there's no stroke applied, okay? And this one means there's a fill applied, which is this color. If I press this one, there's no more fill there. There's no more fill there. But we need the red fill, okay? But make sure if you don't want stroke, make sure this is stroked out. Okay, this is used to increase the size of the outline. Okay, let me just show you what I'm talking about. Let's say we choose green stroke, green stroke, right? Are you seeing what it's doing? It's putting stroke over our rectangle, but we don't want stroke. Okay, when you don't want stroke, what you do, you click on it and cancel. When it has a red strike through like it means it is not applied to that image, to that object. Okay, so after that, this one also is showing one outline that I did not send it, so I'll also come and cancel it here. Okay, so we're moving on. Okay, moving to the permanent side. So let's duplicate this one again. So if you press hold down alt, as I said, you drag, you can come here and drop it. Then you can adjust the size because we are replicating this design. Okay, so if you come and click this small rectangle inside this place, you can pick this color. Okay, so it will be the same thing, and we're blending. We're just trying to blend it and adjust it to that place. Okay, then let us drag, copy this one, drag here. Okay, hope I'm not wasting anybody's time, but I just feel we need to do this so that it not look as if I'm just talking. At least I need to show you how this is done. Okay, then if you come and click this small rectangle again, you can pick this color. Okay, put it there. Then for this other remaining part, if I choose this one again and drag, if you hold that alt key, you can drag to this place. Okay, then expand it so that it can be the same size. All right, if you press enter key, you can change the color here again. Choose the color, press OK. All right, so that's the background that was there, Nashe. Or is it not? Basically, that's the background. You can just adjust this a little bit. Okay, so let's bring out that our, this is not fair. This is not fair at all. Not about being fair. I just, yeah, that's better, I think. So you can see what I'm really explaining to you. Yeah, that's my layers, okay? So we can bring our sample picture to the top again. If you drag it to the top of the layers panel, it will be on top of every other thing we have been designing. Please don't be confused at this point, please. All we are doing is trying to create background. I don't know if you can see what we're doing there, okay? That's just all we are trying to do. So we have done the top, the up part of this, right? So let's say the next thing we want to do is bring in the image of the girl, the image, okay? And this image, obviously, you can see it has been cut out from another picture. So I'm going to bring in another picture from my gallery that I have cut out. Download. I downloaded this picture because it looks like the salon picture. So when you bring it into this picture, okay? So you know this girl now is just on a plain white background, so this should be very, very easy to select. So if you select subject, Photoshop automatically help you out with this one. Okay, and I think that's not really bad. So I'm just going to mask as usual. Do you remember how to mask? You know, this option was at the bottom before, but because I dragged it up there now, it is looking smaller. It has changed position, but you just watch out for this bar, the bar that has delete, add layer, folder, effect, filter effect, new fill adjustment. But you're looking for add layer mask. When you click on add layer mask, it will cut out all the background for you. Okay, then you can reduce the size of this. Okay, and what I will do to make this usually blend in more, look more, not look foreign. I'll put it like that. What I will do usually is to try different blending options first. Well, it's not really working in this case. It's possible it will not work. Okay, you just try. It's just like trying your luck. But I just want to replicate the flyer, so I'll leave it like that. I could just add a drop shadow, like I taught you earlier. If you come to blending options, you can just add a little bit of shadow, drop shadow a little bit. Reduce the distance. Okay, so I don't look as if we're doing another thing there. Okay, I think that's good enough for now. Okay, let's have a look at what we're doing again. So we've put our model there. What's the next thing to do now? Let us draw the four triangle, the four squares now. Okay, this, and this. Let's draw. So, what I would like to do is put ruler. If I put ruler, I'll make sure if I use ruler, it will guide me a little bit so that I don't make some kind of mistakes. But I'll show you what I mean. Okay, let's select our rectangle. I'll just do it on top of it so I can get accurate measurement. Okay, so I can get the exact size of this. Then if I select my move tool, I can carry it and bring it here, right? Let's say we put it there. If you hold your Alt key, you can drag, abi. If you add shift to it, it will be aligned. Okay. So if I hold control, if you want to select two things from your canvas, if you hold shift and click, holding shift again, click the other one, the two will be selected at the same time. And you notice on your layers panel that the two have been selected. So if I hold Alt, while this two is selected, it's going to copy the two and I'm going to drag it down. So my work is made easy. Okay. And it will be, if I add shift to it, it will do it in a perfect way. So there's no mistake. Okay. So I've put my four boxes together. Oh no. That's not the correct size, right? It's not right. So what can I do here? If I click on this, if I press control, if you want to select from layers panel, you use control and not shift. Okay. Sorry, if you press shift, it will select all the four triangles. Actually, you can select the whole range, okay? Between 1, 2, 3, 4. If I click on this one, hold shift, come down here, click on this one, it will select everything in between for me. So the four is selected now and I can just resize, okay, make it bigger just to fit into this one. And I think that's looking quite right. Okay. All right. So the only issue is all still selected. That's why it's looking like this. Okay. You can use your direction buttons to make small movements to adjust, make small adjustments. Okay. But in this case, I just want to rearrange the triangles, the rectangles to fit in. You can use your direction keys to do this. Okay. So after that, what's the next thing to do? We have these shapes, right? So this is not a normal rectangle. This is a curved rectangle. So if I come to this place and select, hmm. So apparently in the 2023 version, they have removed curved rectangle. So in your 2021 Photoshop, you will find curved rectangle. What you can do when you click on rectangle any which way, when you draw the rectangle initially, you will see you see this blue dot. It is the option that you can use to curve your rectangle. So if you drag it in, it automatically give you the curve you want. So you can just work with that instead. All right. So if you click on V, you can change the color as we normally change color. Select this one to change it to that color. Click OK. Then we can press Alt, drag it down. All right. Change the color here. If you click on this one to give you the color, press OK. If you press Alt again to copy, take it down. I want to look for the yellow color. That's the yellow color that's under. Okay. So we're getting there. We're making progress, aren't we? Might not look like much. So we've done the rectangles. If I turn this off, you see that we're actually making progress. Okay. So we have, okay. So now for the images in this picture, let me bring this up to the top. I told you if you want to turn on or off the visibility, all you have to click on that little eye there. It can help you see. This is the use of the turning off and turning on. Okay. So I just turned it on so that I can see what I'm doing again. Just see something on top. Drag it to the top. Okay. So these images now, I'm going to bring some images in and I'll show you how to fit it into that rectangle that I have drawn. I'll start with this one. Press enter so that the picture will stay in Photoshop. Okay. If you click on this first rectangle, if I want to put it in this first rectangle now, so the first rectangle is rectangle 3, right? And this picture is now on top because it is the last thing I just brought in. So I can bring it down. This is why you need layers and why I told you layers are so important. Here is rectangle 3. You put it on top of rectangle 3. This is rectangle 3. Then this is the picture that I just brought in, right? If you drag this picture up there and resize it to the size of that rectangle ish, press enter key or you press that good button that was here. Then what you want to do is right click on that image because now I want to put that picture in that box. We want to put that picture in that rectangle. Okay, so when you right click on that, then you create clipping mask. This one here, that's all. And it's going to automatically put it inside that rectangle. Then you can now increase the size or adjust the size if you want to. Okay, you will never ever see the image sticking out of that rectangle that you have put it inside because sorry, this ruler is just being useless here. I think I've already done what I want to do for now. These things are having outline and I did not read the amount for outline, but anyways, it doesn't look so bad. So now that image is now, if you see that small arrow, it means that it has been clip masked to that rectangle. Okay, so that picture now belongs inside that rectangle. So for the next rectangle, which is this one, rectangle 3 copy, I'll bring in another photo. For the fact that I've clicked on this place, well, just watch. If I bring in a photo now to this Photoshop, instead of it to go to the top of the layer, it can come and just stay on top of this layer that I've selected. Let's see. Come back to folder. Let us now do this one. Drag this one into Photoshop. Into Photoshop. Oh God. Leave me alone, Photoshop. You should leave me alone. Drag this one to Photoshop. Okay. If you press this, click on this good, it will stay. Reduce the size so I can see what you are doing. Put it on top of that. Look as if you are putting on top of that rectangle. Okay, but look at the rectangle 3 copy. So that picture I just brought in, instead of it to go to the beginning of the top of the layers panel, it's now came to stay on top of the triangle, the rectangle that I have already selected, which is makes my work a whole lot more easier. So if I right click, I create clipping mask. It has succeeded to put in that picture into that box for me. Okay, so this is Photoshop. This is Photoshop. Oh. This is everything. Not everything, but you get the gist. Anyway, so next picture, this one. Just drag. If you press enter key, you can just easily resize it. Enter. You see this box now? This is rectangle 3 copy 2. And the image I just imported, because I did not select that rectangle before I went to carry that picture, it has gone to the top. So I'll now use my own hand to drag it back down. But I have to do it. So this is rectangle 3 copy 2, and that's our picture there. I just expand it a little bit and just try and drag it there. But just create clipping mask again. Create clipping mask and to put it inside the box. Okay. Then I'll bring in one more picture. I'll just use this one because I have nothing else to use. That will go to the top of the layers panel again because I did not select this one. So I'll have to use my hand to drag it down again. I'm going to look for that rectangle. I'll put it, so if I put it there, I'm just guessing, yes, that's the one. So if I click on the picture, right click, I can create clipping mask and it will put that picture inside that place. Okay, reduce the size so that you can see what is there. Okay, reduce the size, press enter. Okay, so now we have our background and we have succeeded to kind of like arrange things a little bit here. Okay, so don't mind me, I'm a perfectionist. I don't know, can't help it. Yeah, that's better. Control H will show your transforms, okay? Your transform controls. Anyways, so you have your pictures, you have this. So now what's left for us is our, are you seeing now we have so many layers because we are drawing rectangle upon rectangle, drawing square upon square, bringing in different pictures. So our layers is increasing, okay, in number. So this is the design we're still trying to make. What do we do now? So we need our text, the marbles hub, okay? I'm not going to do anything too fancy because I don't really have good fonts here. I'm not even going to lie. But I think we can make use of this Broadway. The what? Marbles First of all, this is a very shitty color. So I'm going to change this color first of all so that I can see road. If you click on T, the color panel will just come out for you. So choose your white color. F.
Miss Precious, you need to confirm if your people are still with you.
Okay. 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 Thank you very much. Okay. So back to what I was doing. The marbles hub. Okay. So we can play with this text a little bit. Okay. Increase the size. You know, or if you just want to increase this DE, select it, increase the DE. Okay. Then you can also reduce the in this place, this properties panel, you can check here for some move it together a little bit just so that we can get the marbles. One, one. I will put a ruler here actually to make sure that that text is aligned to the rest of the pictures. Anyways, I know you're following, so okay, marbles. Then you can just if I press Alt, you can drag this here, reduce the size. No, consciously. If I hold Shift, I adjust the length of that, and then if I click on this place, I can change the color to white. Or what color was it? So far, does anybody have any question, please? Does anyone have any question, please, before I go on? Does anyone have any question? Okay. So moving on.
Do we have questions? Last question. If you have questions, please drop your questions so that we can
Please,
continue.
please, can you mute so that I can continue sharing my screen? This is what I mean by consistency. Are you seeing? Although this is not the most beautiful font in the world, but I just managed to continue to keep at it and try to continue repeating the fonts. Okay, and you see it could come out beautiful actually. So back to my tools, I can select my line tool. You don't know one stroke, so make sure you cancel. Always make sure remember to cancel this one, okay? And then we can change the color to yeah, we can stick to this color actually. If you hold down shift, it will make the line very, very straight. Okay. So if you try to move this, you know it will not move. So you have to make sure you're selecting your move tool before you can move that around. Okay. So if you try to select that, if you press Alt, if you press Alt, you can duplicate, and if you press Shift, it will keep it on the straight line, right? So I'll do that, but it's not really in the center, is it? So I can try and do that. Okay, so that's our services. Then we're left with, let's bring this back to the top and on it back. Okay, so we have braids, nails, pedicures, right? So select your text, but this time around we'll be using white color. Select your white color, right? Braids. In this case now, we can decide to use, we can decide to not use, we can decide to not use Broadway regular. We could decide to use poppins just for these details, okay? And we could use, so V, right? Make it bigger, or you could just increase the size of the font. That's why I said there are lots of ways to do the same thing. So this regular is looking too thin. I'll use bold, okay? That looks better, I guess. Whatever better means. What I will do is to put it, make it align, just create something like a center alignment in this case. Okay, if I press Alt, I can drag it here using Shift to make sure they are on the same line. Change this to my pedi, pedicure. Okay. Then if I press Alt again, drag it down. This can be my nails. Okay. So I want to teach you something really quick. You can make anything to align. If you click this one, you hold Shift, click pedicure, holding Shift again, click nails. We want to align everything to the center, okay? That's what you have these things for. So the options available for move to is to either align to the left, align to the center, or align to the right, okay? It can even help you align vertically, distribute horizontally. Do you know the odd, like these things are all available to you to use, okay? If you were trying to arrange things side by side, this would be very, very good. But in this case, all I want to do is I've scattered everything, so I have to Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Okay, let's align everything to the center. That's what I want to do. So you can shift it to the middle of services. This is what alignment means. When you do this, your design looks more organized. Okay, and also whenever I wrote it down, that try to group similar information together. Group similar information together so that people are not searching. Okay, imagine you put call WhatsApp number, put call WhatsApp number here, then you put Facebook contact here, then you put calling phone number here. Doesn't make any sense. It's all scattered. So you should always group similar information together. Okay. Um. So I'll be rounding up very, very soon because I'm almost done with what I'm doing here, anyways. So let's bring this back up to the top and see what we're doing again. So the only information left for us to put to include there is our phone number, then the icons, WhatsApp icon, then the Instagram icon, the name, and the Facebook icon. Okay. So all those icons you can easily get from a place where I call Free Pick. I love this place so much. WhatsApp icon. I'm not sure to allow me to download because they are already warning me that they have downloaded more than three today. So these people they are wild too much. Seriously. Anyways, I'll try. Well, I could just, steal it. Well, it's not allowing me because I have to sign in, of which I could sign up for free. Yes, you can sign in for free. It's not really difficult, but I don't have that time, luxury of time right now. So I'm just going to forget about that. You can go online, my dear. It's really not that deep. WhatsApp icon on Google. Okay. And the way I taught you to download good images is when you enter the WhatsApp icon, all you have to do is it's loading. I don't know why it's taking time. Not that one, sorry. Anyways, you can get icons online. When you bring in the icon, reduce the size, make it smaller, cut it if it has any background, cut the background away as I've explained to you. And that's it. Draw a line, write your text, arrange it. But this is really not the best. If I really want to design this, I could rearrange this in a more beautiful way. Okay. All right. It's really not that difficult. So basically, we have recreated this design. Okay, not in the best way, not with the best pictures, but you get the concept, which is what I really wanted. So, for today, we have come to the end of this class. I have now showed you how I sorry, just a minute. I want to see. I'm talking. I'm going to stop this presentation. Stop screen. So for this class, I have been able to show you the ways to make use of these tools to replicate the design because that's the assignment you'll be doing for me. So I'm going to leave a flyer on the WhatsApp group, and if you can follow this class, you can always go back, make reference to the video, watch it again, do your assignment, replicate the flyer I will drop on the group chat. That'll be your assignment. Do it today, tomorrow, and on Friday we'll come together again, we'll look at the flyers, and then we'll discuss what we have for the three, which is the final day of our graphic design class. So thank you very much for listening. I really, really appreciate. And
Please, thank you so much. Thank you very much. Please, if you
does
have
anybody have any
questions,
questions? Yes. Any questions at all?
please, if you have question, ask your question. Wheresoever your confusion is, wheresoever you got confused, your doubts, please ask your question. Ask your question, oh. Ask your question, oh. If you have question, okay, if you've gotten something from today's class, please type on the comment section. I got value. Let me see it coming. If you know you got something from this class, because it's so obvious that lots of content, lots of information was dished out. So I don't expect that place to be silent. So if you know you got value from this class, please type on the comment section. I got value there. If you have your question, you can start typing it, or you can send it to the group chat.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for participating, and I hope to see you in the last class. Please make sure you do your assignment. Thank you.
Can you give them like a specific time they should submit so that you yourself can assess it?
Oh, yeah, that's true. Please, if possible, I need the assignments latest 10 p.m. tomorrow.
Okay, 10 p.m.
I'll also mention it on the WhatsApp group chat when I drop the picture.
All right. Thank you, Miss Precious, for this timely information. It is so needed at this time, most especially when dollars is going up, everything is becoming expensive. So definitely with these skills, we can obviously go into the digital market where they pay in dollars and earn and get the value of our money. So thank you so much. This is actually so rich. Filled with content. I really enjoyed it. Thank you very much. And I'm very sure some people out there who connected enjoyed it, yes, because it was worth it. So thank you so much for connecting with us. We appreciate your presence.
Thank
We
you
do not take for
so much.
granted all you have taught us. All
Thank
right,
you.
so I'll dismiss you now while I talk to my people. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello everyone. I don't know if you're still connected, but if you're still connected, I hope you got value from this. I hope you got value. This is a lifetime access. This video you're seeing here is something you will have for a very long time. Let me just put it that way. I don't know about lifetime, but for a very long time, yes. So if network did not allow you to connect well or whatsoever, don't not panic because I'm going to be sharing with you the direct link to this class where you can watch the recorded video of this class. So do well to watch it. You can also come back to Facebook here and watch it, nothing lost. So please make sure you practicalize over and over and over. That is why it was recorded, that is why it's saved, so you can get the value of this. As long as you paid for this, you deserve to know about this. Thank you so much for having this time with us, and it's a good night from here. Bye.